Hello, Retroburn here, part 14 of our Let's Play Doom series, and this is a codex episode where we read all the codex entry. So if you've been following this series, guys, you know that I have divided this into two kinds of episodes: the action episodes where we continue our story, and the codex episodes like this one where we read all the codex entries we have unlocked in the previous episode. I have done this so that people who like the action bits can skip these ones, and those who like the lore bits can accompany me in this journey of reading stuff. So let's go. Resource operations, we've covered that one. Foundry, Argent Tower, Argent Energy Tower. Yep, we have read all these. Database, Health Station, Field Drone, Argent Energy, Elite Guards, Vega and Samuel Hayden. Weapons, monsters, so there's this bit that I've missed. It seems that there are two entries, not just one for each. I mean, two files for each entry, two or more files, I mean. So I was so focused on doing the Let's Play that I didn't notice these bits right here. There you go. So we are going to read this. Read these. So this is going to be quite a handful. Oh, phone call. Pausing the video here. So continuing, so the first one that has a decoded entry is the resource operations. So let's read that. So we've got a quote here. And in that vision they saw the future, bold and powerful, and the many worked as one to bring the new order. What better words to inspire you as you sat about initiating yourself into the UAC? Those who came before you and those who serve with all operate with the same goal in mind, the development of a new dawn for mankind. It is by this principle of teamwork that we will elevate ourselves to the next plane of existence. If you have any new suggestions to improve the work environment while working your tenure in ResOps, please submit suggestion from WAD E1M4 to your command controller. Okay, so that the WAD thing and the E1M4, that's a reference to the old Doom games. Nice one there, id. However, it is imperative that you learn to accept the things that you can't change and follow the path that has been laid out for you. Your service in ResOps is a test of your devotion to the cause. Should you be asked to submit yourself to an interrogation program or an experimental treatment, you are expected to comply without question. What the hell? This is some sick shit. If a fellow advocate asks you to engage in a dedication ceremony, say yes. If you see an advocate doubling the role of the UAC, bring it to the attention of an enforcer so that they might receive the help they need. Don't be selfish. Tier 2 is for everyone. So this is not just a science facility. It has this cultish vibe to it, even from the get-go. But I wonder why Samuel Hayden is so scathing towards Olivia Pierce. There must be some faction thing to this organization. That's strange. So hopefully we'll uncover more lore about the UAC as we go along. So we have a decoded drinking water here. Wait. Foundry. What? Okay, there you go. Congratulations, new advocate. If you're reading this message, then you have been promoted to the Foundry Resource team. If you're volunteered for this service, you are joining an elite band of Tier 1 advocates whose work and dedication keeps our mission running on all cylinders. As a member of Foundry Resources, you will have access to some of the most advanced equipment the UAC has to offer, including Gripton cargo handlers, Delta V jump boots, and Dynaphasic elevators. New members might want to consider applying for an exclusive team tattoo upon joining as a sign of faith in our science. Team tattoos are a mark of your tireless work at the UAC and can be requested by signing up for any of the Lazarus Wave case studies. Please contact a Tier 3 Advanced Weaponry Technician to fill in your application for a Pentagram brand today. What the fuck? This is some serious shit they're dealing with here. So, Argent Facility, decoded entry. At times, Tier 1 and Tier 2 advocates will be asked to perform dangerous duties that include exterior work. This work may be put before you as punishment for not meeting your quota, or because you are the best person to complete the job. In either case, new advocates should approach the work with the same focus and commitment as any other task. Should you experience any interdimensional encounters, you are advised to report to the event to a Tier 3 Lazarus Project scientist or your department enforcer. You are advised to not approach any non-human entities without executive supervision. So demonic sightings are an everyday thing here. It's quite strange and, I don't know, campy. As a Tier 2 advocate, you have already proven yourself dedicated to the UAC's mission. The Argent Tower is a monument to that dedication. It is the center of our universe. It is our triumphal arc. It is the gate that marks the path to our future. As such, it must be cared for with reverence and devotion, as if it were your own child. It is up to you, Tier 2 advocate, to make sure that our altar to the future functions perfectly at all times. Whether your job is to clean the energy filters, or calculate the plasmatic isotope mix, or just oil the hinges on the blast doors, approach your work as a professional, as a follower, and as a hero to the cause of science. Unlike everything else in your life, your work here matters. And remember, from within it flows the power, and the power must always flow. You have been warned. Warned. I nearly said warmed. What? So there's this Doom / Dead Space vibe to the Doom lore. So they've really taken this to another direction compared to the first Doom games. It's quite a nice touch. It's awesome, actually. It's campy, and there are stuff in the writing that makes me cringe, but it's nice. It's not that bad. So Argent Energy 2, it's a decoded entry. Argent Energy is produced by the neutron activation of Argent Plasma, a new and powerful substance that was discovered on Mars. This produces an exothermic reaction where recorded temperatures within the plasma have exceeded previously accepted theoretical limits. Through a process not yet fully understood, Argent Plasma remains stable and self-contained throughout. Conventional nuclear power is obsolete. What used to take a nuclear reactor 12 months to produce can be generated in a few seconds by the Argent Tower and packaged into an Argent accumulator no larger than Samuel Hayden's hand. Oh, present target. Argent Plasma was originally discovered by the SS Amundsen when it landed in the Promethe Terra region of Mars in 2095 as part of the UAC Geological Survey mission Frontier. While searching for liquid water springs, the survey bot discovered a narrow trench which has now become known as the Argent Fracture. The fracture emitted a substance that at first appeared to be an electric gas cloud. However, deeper analysis of the substance showed it to be an entirely new form of matter, with a quantum signature never before recorded. Initial tests on this new matter immediately showed its potential. When a 2 megakelvin cutting laser was fired at the substance, it absorbed the heat with ease and remained self-contained. A second expedition was planned to further analyze this remarkable new Argent Plasma. There has been speculation that the development of Argent energy goes beyond traditional science and bleeds into the realm of SEFT, Spiritual Energy Field Theory. Experiments in this fringe science have been heavily criticized in the past as their development often involves occult-like practices and the channeling of resources from poorly understood extra-dimensional resources. Coupled with the reports of cultish practices within the UAC, there are deep concerns over how Argent energy is being produced and if it is indeed safe. The UAC has refused to reveal the details despite repeated requests by the Global Science Council. Despite concern over the safety of producing energy with a process that is not fully understood, The need for a reliable energy source since the depletion of plutonium and uranium reserves is a powerful argument. When the UAC unveiled an Argent Energy-powered hand-sized 24-volt battery with over 12,000 megawatt-hours, the future of energy supply within the solar system was set. One battery array could power an entire city block for several months. Researchers at the Global Science Council have speculated that the UAC's most advanced battery technology, the Argent Accumulator, can hold over 30,000 megawatt-hours, but that the UAC is deliberately bottlenecking the production to maintain control over the market value. The UAC has no comment on the matter. What I would give for one of these to power our neighborhood would solve the El Nino problem, because we're so dependent here on hydroelectric means. Vega, Samuel Hayden. We don't have decoded entries for this guy, but we do have one for the Vega AI. So let's read this. Vega is an acronym, though the exact meaning has not been revealed by Hayden or the UAC. Once named, it was decided that the AI would need to be given a personality to make the interactions more agreeable. A gender was assigned, male. A virtual age was established, 50 years old, and a colloquial speech pattern implemented. As such, speaking to Vega is a calming and pleasant affair. A blind study was conducted with computer science students to see if Vega would pass the Turing test. The students were instructed to ask a series of questions to both Vega via SatLink and a mathematics professor from MIT to see if they could tell which one was the computer. 92% of the students thought they were both human. Only 8% detected that Vega was a computer. Vega also played the professor. The fuck? Plot twist! Chainsaw, super shotgun. We have a decoded entry for the heavy assault rifle, so let's read that. Micro missiles. A multi-chambered cylinder located under the primary barrel can be loaded with up to 6 HMX missiles. These small but deadly rockets were designed to deliver multiple payloads to a single target, but can also be used to subdue multiple targets with an... Okay, we've read this already. Sorry about that. Plasma rifle, stun bomb. I think we didn't read this one. This modification condenses multiple plasmoids into a single pulse. The resulting discharge exceeds the Franheiser limit, creating a string of Birkeland currents. The resulting filamentary structure will incapacitate any target caught within the radius for a few seconds. This modification requires cooling between uses. Okay, moving on. It's not doing anything. What? So decoded entry 03/03 cannot be read. This is a bug. There you go. Heat blast. A copper crucible attached to the focusing lens of the plasma rifle absorbs residual thermal energy from the weapon and can discharge it instantly by transferring the heat to a borosilicate diffusion chamber. This creates a heat wave from the end of the weapon that causes localized damage and sometimes creates a pressure wave that will knock back targets. Ooh, I didn't know. The crucible recharges with normal use of the weapon. While the operator of the weapon is partially shielded from the charge, it is recommended that a thermal protection uniform, such as the X-suit, is it moving down? Such as the X-suit prototypes, be worn while operating this modification. But I think it's safe to say that the Doom Marine suit protects us from its blast. Not too sure though. We'll have to test that in future episodes. And my recording software, Shadowplay, just hanged. But we made quite a lot of... we covered a lot of ground in this video. We covered 15 minutes, so this has got to be the longest Codex episode. So I'll see you in part 14, where we continue with an action sequence, with an action episode. So if you like this video, guys, please like and subscribe. It would go a long way in supporting my channel. Stay cool, stay frosty.